Okay, so yesterday we were talking about the euro-dollar futures contract, and I told you that the underlying asset is a 90 days interest rate starting on the third Wednesday of the delivery month. Okay, and this is quoted in the IMM. Okay, so that the actual interest rate is 100 minus that. Okay, IMM is always equal to 100 minus the rate. Okay, and this is quarterly compounding, and the day count is actual over 360 day count. I'm on page 34 in the notes. Okay, and so for example, on page 35. If the settlement price of the June, okay, again, we are using this same formula that we use, okay, in terms of the formula we use is the same as the formula we have earlier. The reason is the underlying asset of a T-bill futures is a $1 million T-bill. But the euro-dollar futures contract, it is the interest rate, but what is the notional principal? It's also $1 million. Okay, so that's why this formula will be the same formula that we used earlier. Let me go back to it for you. So this is something we learned before. For example, on page 27, okay, this is the formula. Link up the future price and the IMM. Okay, is it clear? Okay, this is for the T-bill future. But the same formula also applies to euro-dollar futures contract. Okay, because the underlying assets is both $1 million. Okay, and then this is the other way around. Okay, this formula is after you do the algebra. This is the other way around. This is IMM in terms of the future price. Okay, then of course in this formula you assume that the underlying is $100. Okay, the reason for here I actually this, if you look at this number only. This is per $100, okay? But if you multiply by 10,000, become 1 million. Understand me? The one underline is per $100, okay? And then you multiply by 10,000, which give me 1 million, okay? So this yellow formula is if I give you IMM, that is how you compute the future price. Again, why is future price important? This is the price you pay when you accept delivery, okay? And then the bottom line, the bottom formula, the green formula is the, okay, is give you the future price, you get the IMM. Okay? Is it clear? Okay? Alright. So this is the same pricing formula. Okay, on page 27, this is the same pricing formula as you recall. So that if this is on page 35, suppose I tell you that, hold on, sorry. Let me go back again. Now, if you look at it, I'm sorry, look at this formula, you can see that if the IMM go up by 1, that means 1%, okay? Then this multiplied by 1.25. Do you see that from this formula? If IMM go up by 1, that means 1%. Because you multiply 0.25, then this thing will go down by 0.25, just the bracket.
Yes.
Okay? And then you multiply by 10,000. It means that it will go down by 10,000. 10,000, okay, 0.25. So it will be $25,000, okay? Or if this go up by 0.01, okay, this is correct. If I go by 1%, then this thing will go down by $25,000. Okay? If I go up by 1 basis point, 1 basis point is 0.01%. Okay? Then the price will go down by $25. Okay? Every 1 basis point change represents a change of $25. Understand it? Okay? Of course, if interest rate go down, the IM go down, then the contract will go up. Okay? Is it clear? Alright? So with this in mind, that is what I have what I'm trying to tell you here. Now on page 35. Suppose I tell you that the IMM go from 99.30 to 99.26. That means this is a change of 4 basis points. Okay? 1% is 100 basis points. So here it goes down by 0.04%. Okay? Is it clear? So this is a 4 basis point. Every basis point represents $25. So now there will be a change of $100. Okay, is it clear? So if you sell short the contract, you are going to make $100. If you long the contract, you lose $100. So it's good? Is it clear? So this is the same formula that you saw earlier. Okay. Now on the other hand, okay, and here another example. This time I give you the IMM. You can compute the future price using this formula. Okay, this is the same formula we use for the T-bill futures. Okay, is it clear? All right, all right. So all these are the example. Now the next thing, page 36. I told you yesterday that $U futures interest rate. $U interest rate is the interest rate for a period in the future. For example, suppose this is a March 2018 contract. Now, this is a 90-day interest rate starting on the first Wednesday of March and covering a 90 days period. Okay, is it clear? So that this is effectively a R hat, is that right? A R hat, a forward interest rate. Okay, is it clear? However, this so-called, this is not exactly forward interest rate. This is actually a futures interest rate, because this is implied by the Eurodollar futures contract. There will be a slight difference between this futures rate and actual forward rate. Okay, that is what it's going to say here. Okay, so the Eurodollar futures contract is similar to an FRA. You know what is FRA? FRA is a forward rate agreement. Is that right? When you long the contract, you agree to deposit at that rate for 90 days, starting in March. Understand me? One more time. If you long the Eurodollar futures contract, the March futures contract, okay, that means you agree to deposit $1 million on the third Wednesday of the month of March at the rate you agree upon. Okay, is it clear? If you short it, you agree to pay that interest rate to the other side. Okay, long is deposit. Short is you pay the interest rate. That's good. So it will be similar to the FRA that we learned before in our first class. But there are two reasons why they are not the same. Okay? There are two differences. Okay? The first difference is that in the futures contract, we know that from last semester, everything is marked to the market. Okay? A forward contract is not marked to the market. Forward contract is over the counter. Okay, it's not marked to the market. So there is a slight difference, okay? Is it clear? You know mark to market, so every day the exchange assume that you close the position and find out how much you make and how much you lose. If you make money, money will go to your account. When you lose money, money will be taken out of your account. That's marked to the market. What we learned last semester. Okay? This is one difference. And another difference is that, do you remember that for FRA, when we compute the value of FRA, let's say today is like this, and that one and that thing cover the period between T1 and T2. This is the first test we have, okay? And how do we compute the FRA? We use the formula, find out the difference of interest rate, times the length of the period, and then times the principal. And then we assume that that money will change hands at the end of the period. So we discover this is the FRA. So money is assumed to change at the beginning, at the end of the period. So you discount back, okay? However, for the Eurodollar futures contract, now we know one thing. Again, in the euro dollar futures contract, when you long the contract, you are supposed to deposit $1 million, okay, at the third Wednesday of March, and earn that interest rate agreed upon. Is that right? But in reality, you never re-deposit the money. Okay? You don't. Well, I don't have $1 million. I can still long a contract. Okay? Because you do not really, okay, deposit money. It's all cash settlement. Is that right? Is it clear? Okay? So you long the contract at a certain price, and when and then you go until the third Wednesday of the month, and then if the price is higher, you make money. Is that right? You long at 100, then you close at 102. You make money. Is that right? Okay? It's all cash settlement, and so the money will change hands at the beginning of the period. Okay? Because once you go to the third Wednesday of the month, you as if you close a position on that day. Is that right? This contract expires at T1. So at T1, you just make, okay, today you long the contract at 100. And then at T1, the price is 102. So you make $2 times whatever, okay? Is it clear? Understand it? So you make 2, and this money will change at here. This is the euro dollar futures contract. Money will change at here, and you discard back to today. Understand it? So that's why the date you assume money change hand will be different. Of course, the rate you get will be slightly different, effectively. Understand it? These are the 2 reasons why the so-called the forward rate and the futures rate are not exactly the same. Okay? And the formula will be this one. And the formula will be this one. This is the reason, as I said. One is for the euro dollar futures contract, we have daily settlement, mark to the market. But for the over-the-counter FRA, we do not. And then the futures contract, okay, the settlement is at T1, so money change at T1. For the forward contract, money change at T2. Because of this, there is a formula. The forward rate is the one we learned before, the so-called R hat, the one we learned before, is equal to the futures rate, which is implied by the euro dollar futures contract, minus 1/2 sigma square T1 times T2. Okay, let me draw you a picture. Oh, it's here. T1 is always the beginning of period. T2 is the end of the period. And this difference is always 90 days. Because it's a 90-day interest rate. So it's good? Alright, and sigma square. Sigma is the standard deviation of the change in the short-term interest rate in 1 year. That is the same one when you compute the volatility of Apple in the homework. Remember that? Yes. You have to estimate the S. That is the same way to estimate. Okay, you use the data and just do the standard deviation of the interest rate. That is a sigma. Okay, so it's good. And then like this. Okay, T1 is maturity. Is the beginning of the period. T2 is the end of the period. T1, T2, the difference is always 90 days. Okay? So with this in mind, let me give you an example. Now please write down, okay, on Tuesday. Remember there's no class on Monday, okay? The sigma we use in this story will always be 0.012. I won't change it. Anything else I can change, but not this number. So sometimes if I forget to give you that number, just remind yourself that we always use this number in any calculation. Okay? So now, let's say I have a 8-year euro dollar futures contract. Okay? And the price close is 94. Now this so-called price close is a IMM. Okay? So again, the formula is IMM equal 100 minus the rate. So if IMM is 94, that means the interest rate will be 6%. Okay? Is it clear? So this implies that it is 6% per annum. Interest rate is always per annum. Okay? So the future rate will be 6% per annum. And then this is from the euro. Is everyone coming tonight? Okay. Because that it may come, it may not come. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, you actually recording my lecture, is that right? Yeah, so give it to me if it's possible. Okay. Is it a video or just a sound? Video, okay. I should dress better. Okay. Yeah, when I teach in the business school in downtown, they videotape all the lectures so that the student can review later on. Okay? And I never watch myself because I just don't like myself. Okay? Alright, but anyway, and if possible, give it to Eric, okay? Alright. So the future rate is 6% per annum, and interest rate is 6%. This is 100 minus 94. But as I told you just a few seconds ago, the euro-dollar futures contract is, the day count is actual 360 with quarterly compounding. Okay? But don't forget that, and this rate is actually the futures rate because this is from the euro-dollar futures contract. What we want to do is to convert it into the forward interest rate our had we learned before. As I mean, from this euro-dollar futures contract, I find that the interest rate for that period, okay, that period is between 8 and 8.25. Okay, this is an 8-year euro-dollar futures contract. So this contract expires 8 years later, and it covers a 3-month, 90 days period interest rate. So the interest rate covered here 8 and 8.25. So good. So the picture is this today is time 0. This is 8. This is 8.25. So this interest rate actually covers this period. And now I know that it's 6% actual over 360 with quarterly compounding. Okay? However, make sure you understand that in the R hat we learned earlier, is always continuous time compounding. Okay? The R hat we learned when we use this formula. When we use this formula earlier, R hat is T star R star minus T R T star minus T. This R hat is continuous compounding. And the day count is also actual over actual. Okay, actual over actual, okay, all right, or 365, because actual means that there are 365 days in a year, okay? That's why we need to do the conversion, okay? Is it clear? So now the procedure will be like this. Okay. So step will be like this. So now I start with a futures interest rate. This is from the euro-dollar futures contract. The first step is I will, okay, change the day count. Adjust the day count. Okay? So what do I do? I will remember that the interest rate I get here, assume that there are 360 days in a year. Okay? Because the day count is actual over 360. We assume that there are 360 days in a year. But in the forward contract, we assume that there are 365 days in a year. The first adjustment is I have to multiply by 365 over 360. So this is the first thing I do. Okay? Is it clear? So I adjust the day count. So when I multiply 6 by 365 over 360, I will get 6.083% per annum on the actual 365 basis. But since the original one is quarterly compounding, now it is still quarterly compounding. Okay, we only change adjust the day count. Okay, so we start with quarterly compounding. Now it is still quarterly compounding. All right. The next step will be adjust to continuous time compounding. Okay, which you know very well. I don't write it down for you in my notes, but you know very well. Okay, now when you multiply by this, you get 6.083%. That is quarterly compounding. So you have 6.083%, 1 plus this equal to ERC times 1. Agree? You know very well how to adjust the compounding. The 6.083% is actually quarterly compounding. Okay? So you have 1 plus that divided by 4 to the 4 power, assume that's 1 year. This should be equal to ERC times 1. Okay? When you do the math, you find that the RC is actually equal to 6.038%. Now, okay? Is it clear? You can try the math yourself. What is interesting is that, not anymore. Many years ago, when I first roll up this set of notes, I thought that I had a typo. Because this is 6.083, this is 6.038. Believe me, there's no typo. When you do the math, it's really 6.083, 038, okay? But that will be continuous compounding. Again, RC must be less than R4. The R4 is 6.083%, the RC is 6.038%. So at least it looks alright, okay? When you do the math, you always keep on thinking, does the number make sense, or what, okay? Now the next thing is adjust for convexity, alright? Now this formula, let me make sure I understand it. This formula only work when the rates are continuous compounding. This version of the formula is only works when we have continuous compounding. Alright? If you read other fixed income textbook where they don't use fixed continuous time compounding, they use, let's say, annual compounding, then the formula will be different. And that formula will be much more complicated than this formula. Okay? That's why I said many times, okay? Using continuous time compounding actually makes things much easier than any other compounding. Okay? However, if you read fixed income textbook, most of the textbooks are written using discrete compounding. Okay? If you read those CFA textbooks, they are in general all discrete compounding. Okay? The reason is, I'm a derivative guy, we use continuous compounding because we know math. Okay? We use calculus all the time. So we use continuous time compounding. But for the fixed income people, many of them do not use calculus and they have to use the annual compounding. Okay? Is it clear? Alright? So, but anyway, so this, again, the next step will be adjust for convexity. The next step will be adjust for convexity. This is actually the last step. Okay? Is it clear? So now, using the formula, what is the convexity adjustment in this case? It will be 1/2 sigma square. And again, in this class, sigma square will always be 0.012 square times T1, which is 8. Sorry, let me clean this up. Okay, this is 8, T1 is 8, and then T2 is equal to 8.25. When you do the math, you get 0.475%. 0.47%. Okay? Then you use the formula. Our forward rate is equal to futures rate. Futures rate, I already know that is equal to 6.038%. Now this thing right here is my convexity adjustment, which is 0.475%. So now this is the 5.5663. So this is the corresponding forward rate. That was the one we learned before. Okay? Is it clear? Alright? Now, the reason why we must follow this procedure is because this formula only works for continuous time compounding, and actual over 365-day count. That's why I can do there are 3 steps you have to follow, but you won't follow this order. Oh, take it back. You can change one thing. You can switch 1 and 2, no problem. You can do 2 first and then do 1, no problem. But you must do 1 and 2 and then do 3. Because number 3 can only be used if the interest rate is continuous time compounding and actual over 365-day count. Otherwise, we need another formula. Okay, 1 and 2 steps you can interchange, but not number 3. Okay, is it clear? So that is the story right here.
Sir, like why is 0.012 fixed?
Oh, I can use any number. I assume this number.
Okay.
To be consistent.
Okay.
Okay. Any number is possible. Depends on data.
Okay.
Okay. But in my notes, the concept, I always use this number.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. There's no reason.
Okay.
Okay. This is my lucky number.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah. Okay. So now the question is this convexity adjustment really important? Look at the data. Okay. In this Excel data, the future contract expires in 8 years. So that the adjustment will be 47.45 basis point. Again, one more time. 1% is 100 basis point. So 47.5 basis point is actually equal to 0.475%. This is what I get right here. All right. Now, if it's a 10-year US future contract, the adjustment will be a bigger number, 73.8 basis point. Okay, because this time T1 is 10, T2 is 10.25. Okay. Now, if it is 2 and 2.25 respectively, if T1 is equal to 2, T2 is equal to 2.25, then the adjustment will be a much smaller, 3.2 basis point. Okay? Now imagine, what if I have a 6-month US business contract? So that T1 is equal to 0.5, T2 is 0.75. T1, T2, the difference is always 3 months, which is 0.25. Then if you compute it, the formula gives you 1/2 times 0.12 square, which is my sigma square, times T1 times T2. Do you agree that this will be a very small number? Okay? That means whether we do adjustment or not should not make a big difference. Okay? Is it clear? So the idea is, if the US future contract is many years away, you must include the convexity adjustment. Okay? But if it's a contract 6 months later, then whether you include or not, the difference will be so small that you can ignore it. Okay? Is it clear? Understand it? Alright. Now this is this example. Now let's go to the next page, another example. This time I'm doing the opposite. Suppose the 6-month LIBOR interest rate is 7.5% per annum, and the 9-month LIBOR rate is 8% per annum. Because it's a LIBOR interest rate, so this will be actual over 365-day count, and also continuous time compounding. All right? Is it clear? So these are the forward rate. Okay, these are the TBU rate. So from those, okay, I want to estimate the 3-month euro-dollar futures rate quotes for contract maturing in 6 months. Okay, so you realize that we are now doing the exact opposite. Is that right? On the board, we start with futures rate. At the end, we get the forward rate. Okay, which is the forward rate. Now I do the opposite. So the procedure will be exactly the reverse. Okay, just like yesterday when I asked you, the first question is ask you the bond, I give you the bond holder price, ask you the bond future price. The next question asks give you the bond future price, ask you the bond price. You just follow the exact opposite procedure. Is that right? Here the same thing. So now let's see how we do it. First of all, I compute the forward rate, which give me 9% continuous time compounding, which you know how to do it very easily. Again, just like yesterday, when I do the thing, theoretically, because it is yesterday we do all the day thing. Here is how many months, but you understand that correctly it should be 8% times 9 over 12. If you measure in years, 7.5%, 6 over 12, and then down says 9 over 12 minus 6 over 12. Is that right? Again, just like yesterday, when I use day count, everything is divided by 365. So all the day 365 cancel out. Here all the 12 also cancel out. So I simply use the month. How many months are there? And this formula will go through for sure, because the 12 just disappear. Okay? So you can do the same thing. Okay? Alright? But anyway, this interest rate is 9%. Now I have to go backward. The first thing is I need to adjust for convexity. Okay? Because this formula only works when the interest rate is continuous time compounding. So now the interest rate we get is actually continuous time compounding. But just like what I said earlier, this time the T1, T2 are so small. T1 is equal to 0.5, T2 is equal to 0.75, that's what I told you earlier. So when you do the math, now this is only 0.000027. Again, I assume sigma is 0.012, which I always use. Okay, but this is a very, very small number, is that right? So that the forward rate will be, the forward rate is futures rate minus 1/2 sigma squared T1, T2. Or futures rate is forward rate plus 1/2 sigma squared T1, T2. Is that right? That's the reverse. Now if you do the math, you get 9.0027%. If you do not do the adjustment, it will be 9%. Use the adjustment, it will be 9.0027%. It's very close to each other. The next step is convert the compounding. Okay, I just do exactly reverse. This is the same formula. Now this is 9.0027 is RC times 1. So this is a quarterly compounding. You do the math, you find that it will be 9.0148%. And this number is still actual over actual day count. Okay? And finally, I adjust to the day count. Because in the Euro dollar futures contract, 1 year only has 365 days. Okay? So now I will adjust it by multiply by 360 over 365. Okay? Is it clear? Alright? In the forward contract, the interest rate is 365 days. But in Euro dollar futures contract, it's only 360 days. So I will have to multiply by that ratio. So I get 8.9801%.